have you on board with us today. Perhaps you can set the scene for us. 100 million euros that's going to be kicked in by the Germans to some form of a growth fund. Will this make any difference whatsoever? It would seem like a bigger number might be required.
It wouldn't make any difference for the moment because the fund does not exist. We are talking about a fund that should be ready for 2 years now. By the way, Greece is the only European country without such a development bank or development fund. And it will be ready, as we see, in December. So the 100 million euro that Mr. Schaeuble brings along will have to wait some time until they get into the real economy, because this is the one that suffers in Greece. There's no access for an SME in Greece to banking capital. So this is urgently needed money, but 100 million is much too low as a spur of the Greek economy.
There have been a lot of tensions on the streets as Schaeuble arrives, and in fact a lot of the protests have been forced away from the area. Does this just fuel resentment towards the Germans?
Well, it has happened already during Chancellor Merkel's visit to Athens, that all the demonstrators have been expelled from the city center, and also alongside the way from the airport to the city center. Well, it's bad, I say this as a European parliamentarian, it's bad for the European spirit that having somebody who is a friendly nation, who should be somebody who helps you in such a bad atmosphere. But this is the way we are. This is the status we are in Europe at the moment. The Greeks, of course, try to do their best in order to show the best picture, and Mr. Schaeuble wants to win time. He needs to win some time until the German elections in 22 of September, and until then he needs to encourage the Greek government to move on. Nobody knows what will happen then. In Athens, everybody hopes that there will be, after the German elections, a big haircut. And also in Europe, many of my co-members of parliament think that the big haircut will come, but not before the German election. So I would say this visit to Athens is rather a visit saying, you're nice guys, please keep quiet until 22nd of September, sorry.
Does it signal some form of an olive branch, though, to have the Germans come with some money in hand rather than suggesting that more austerity, higher taxes are the answer?
Well, to be honest, this money in hand is a very, very, very low amount of money, first of all. Second, the money is not going to go anywhere because the fund does not exist. So I would rather encourage everybody to set this fund to practice because it does not exist. So it is a good sign, but as I said, it's just a sign. It doesn't help the real economy. You have to see that during the crisis, Greece has lost, according to the OECD, 1 million of jobs, whereas Germany has won some 500,000 of jobs. So you see, there's a parallel going on, and we need to stop this spiral, this downward spiral, and the 100 million for a fund that does not exist is not the right answer. The right answer would be to fundamentally change the way towards austerity. Mrs. Reding, the Vice President of the European Commission, just recently, this week, said that we need to finish the Troika that has negotiated the bailout memorandum, the memorandum of understanding with Greece, has to be finished since there is no single idea where to go to. The IMF and the Eurozone are in a quarrel, as everybody knows, and that is why everybody thinks after the German elections things will change dramatically.
Joining us, Jorgo Chatzimarkakis, joining us. He's the MP of European Parliament.